thank you. Get lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Tar Heels offense will have the football first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the...
It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Makes a connection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. There's a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Panthers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Kent. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give them a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job
across the 10. Touchdown, Panthers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
Bring a few more drives like that together. Man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Slithers into space. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
They're going to run it. Here's a little room there. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UNC!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they did tack on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Lee. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Turner.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bears the pressure. Unleashes it on the run. Snatches it on the run. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw again. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Panthers! A great catch and run for 6. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Calls his own number. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field, trying to keep the drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Edwards. It's complete to the right. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, becoming a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hall. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game. And maybe
It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, North Carolina. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hicks. Oh, out of space. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Fakes to grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He's going to look for a man on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good.
He caught it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Give to the single back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hall. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally and handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative.
Finding some room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. They'll run it. It's Hall. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Tar Heels are threatening on first and goal. He might want another play. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The throw. Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown. Oh, Methuselah.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield. It's Kent. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. And the Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the back. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Hicks. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. He's been turnover-free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying the run, it's Hall. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lane.
There's some room. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Turner. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line, it's Lee. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Knight. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He splits the uprights. And wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive with this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Pucks it out of the air. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Turner. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Motion from the wideout. Got his man on the right. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Yates. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. From the red zone, it's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Pitt pushing the pace. Caught in the backfield, it's Yates. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Between the uprights, it's good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Looking for room, it's Hall. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Under fire. And down he goes.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Bringing the heat. A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start might prove to be really costly as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hicks. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking for a gap. It's Turner. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Knight. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Yates. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires on the move. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, he's got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. This offense has it with really good field position. Running inside. It's Turner. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He makes a grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. 1st and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They give it to him again. Got a little grass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Around 4 minutes to play. Tight game here. Very likely a spot in the top 25 at stake. Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and he's open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Hall. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Man, really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Right on target this time. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They just keep firing. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He'll set up to throw. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Hit right back to the line.
Well, there's no doubt where the quarterback's going to be looking in this 2-minute situation trailing in this game. Tonight, time and time again, he has been feeding this guy the football, already over 100 receiving yards, and he comes up with another big play for his quarterback on a 2-minute drive.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the offense just going to spike it here. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the 2-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait until a later point. It's go time. What's your 2-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Final seconds of the game, they can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing